when people start to contextualize, that is a sign of dominance.
Again, I agree.
Yeah, people
I agree. I 100.
contextualizing is a
I
sign of
agree.
dominance.
I agree. And then I think like a win, like especially like an impressive win
Mm-hmm.
against Bud, would
Because they'll say the same thing.
would stamp,
Because how old is Bud? Is he 37?
I think Bud is 37.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So people gonna tell you, man, he fought him past his prime, you know what I'm saying?
But the thing about it is, I don't think more so than how Canelo looked at that. I mean, not that Triple G looked at that age than
Yeah.
Bud looks at.
Yeah, I mean,
his
listen,
age.
no, we saw Bud retire an undefeated unified welterweight champion. That's essentially like in hindsight, because I don't think Spencer's gonna fight again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the longer it goes,
Yeah.
the more I feel like
Like,
we've seen him fight his last fight, and in hindsight, that probably should have been his last fight with the way it looked.
Yeah, I mean,
It was that was
the
brutality.
most shocking
Yeah, like
boxing match I've ever witnessed.
I was shaken up for days.
Yeah, that was shocking.
You know, like I know that we watched it together. You thought Bud was gonna win. I thought Spence was gonna win. We both were shocked though.
Yeah,
like
I didn't think
nobody
he was gonna win
expected
like that.
a beating
Yeah.
of that. We thought, a good fight. Bud may win a close one. Spence may win a close. Yeah, I thought that maybe Spence would maybe be a little bigger than him, and maybe outbox him. Listen, man, Bud put on a clinic. Yeah, and so like you said, he should be confident. You know what I'm saying? Like Errol Spence, despite I think history will be kind to Errol Spence,
He was
even
a real
though
bad man.
yeah, he's a great fighter. I'm like,
Bad
like
man.
I was explaining to my son in the immediate aftermath, like, no. Errol Spence was the undefeated unified welterweight champion of the world. He was not a bum.
Our jaws were on the ground
Yeah,
for a reason.
like despite the way that Bud made him look, he wasn't a bum. But sometimes again, dominance will make the other guy look that way. And that's what I'm like, that's why I don't like to try to contextualize dominance.
Right.
Sometimes it's just like, no. That dude just was that
He was
good,
like that.
and he just made that other dude look like a club fighter that night. And sometimes that's just how it is. And I'm like, I don't like to diminish the performance, because it's like, well, if this dude would have fought